he writes on the picture, in Russian, he writes, Pavo, you are a genius.
Oh.
From that point on, I started believing it.
Good, you're a genius.
Hello, I'm Paavo Järvi, music director of the Tonhalle Orchestra Zurich. Welcome to Tram for Two, a series where I take my guests on a tram ride through Zurich.
Today we have really a very special guest. Jean-Yves Thibaudet is in town. Welcome.
Hi, thank you very much, Paavo.
You probably never take
No.
like transportation, do you?
I know. Come on, no. I love trams.
Because when I think of you, I always have the first thing that comes to mind is when you gave me a ride in Verviers in your coffee-colored Aston Martin
Yes,
and had Bossa Nova playing. And I thought,
that's a long time ago. Yeah.
that's Jean-Yves, perfect. You're always so elegant. You have had a very interesting musical path because you have obviously, you play all the repertoire, but you also play, like for example, this week, something that majority of the pianists wouldn't even think of playing, Aram Khachaturian.
Khachaturian, yes.
Piano
I love this piece.
And I love that piece too, and we just, a couple of weeks ago, we did it in Amsterdam in Concertgebouw, and I don't think they ever played it.
They had never played it,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that they have never played it here at Zurich.
I don't know when you to ask, but
Yeah.
most places they have never played it.
So
Yeah.
how did you come to that?
I always like to give credit to the right person and say the truth. You know, you can always make up stories, but I'll tell you the truth.
Oh, maybe.
Okay. No. Tell you the truth. The first time I played was in Saratoga Springs with Philadelphia Orchestra. They have every summer the festival there.
Sure.
And I was going almost every year for many, many years. And with Charles Dutoit was the conductor there.
Right.
And we played everything. I mean, normal. We had played just about everything. And one year he said, I need a Russian program. He said, but we've done Rachmaninoff, Tchaikovsky, you need to play something else. Well, I said, what else is there? I said, I don't know anything else. He said, Khachaturian. I said, I don't know it. He said, learn it. I said, okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's also very adventurous.
Yeah, I know. It was so fast. So I was really young and I said, okay, I learned the piece. It's okay. And that's in the early 90s, I think. And I loved the piece immediately.
It has one very interesting thing that people always are surprised about in the second movement.
Yes, surprise. Second movement, so in the score, I think it's written flexatone. But now we know more and more we find things, I mean, writing letters, whatever, from Khachaturian, where what he really wanted was a musical saw. So it's basically a saw that you buy in the drugstore for like five Swiss francs.
Without the...
Without all the little dance.
Teeth there.
I don't know. I saw some saw player that lost a finger during the concert because I just can't. No, just kidding. No, I don't. I never looked if they have teeth, but this is a real.
In Amsterdam, didn't
have? Okay.
No,
but it's a real music. I mean, it's a real normal saw, and you just go like this for the pitch, and then they have a bow. But the sound is fantastic.
It's a kind of a poor man's
Yes.
on the Martin.
It's,
It's actually you can't afford it on
nothing. No, just take me to
take a saw. Aram Khachaturian, when I was growing up in Estonia, but it was a part of Sovtunen, was clearly considered as one of the great three. Top right. Three doors, Prokofiev, Shostakovich, and Khachaturian.
Yeah.
And then there were other people like Kovalevskis and even Khrennikovs and whatever. But these were the great ones, and
you got to meet him. You told me in Amsterdam. I love that.
I got to stay home from school,
right?
Because he came to our house.
Yes,
and I played a saber dance for him on the xylophone.
That's wonderful.
My father was accompanying. My sister was turning pages. Christian, who at that time I think must have been 4 or 5.
So cute.
Sitting there waiting.
And you showed me the picture, and I love it. Oh.
And he writes on the picture. In Russian, he writes, Paavo, you are a genius.
Oh.
From that point on, I started believing it. To this day, I am...
Good, you're a genius. Sometimes I listened to Rachmaninoff playing the piano himself, which is phenomenal. Like he's recording with Kreisler, he's recording with... And he does an amount of rubato that you cannot even describe. And it works. You're melting.
Yeah.
But if you try to imitate it, you're an idiot. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Why? It's the same thing. It's like, but it's so organic. It just goes.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
This is the-
Yeah.
and him playing Bach and Scarlatti. All
At this, I haven't heard Bach.
unbelievable.
Rachmaninoff?
Yes. I mean, just but
Yeah, good. Well, we're so lucky that we have access to all of this material now. So easily on the internet, you can find just about anything now.
there's more available now than ever before.
Absolutely.
And then I talk to my students, and have you heard this piece, or have you heard this interpretation? No. Have you heard this interpretation of it? No.
I have the same.
Or another piece. It's like,
Where are you?
it's all there, and it's free.
I know.
What are you doing? But this is unfortunately
I have the
all
same.
contributes to this whole issue of why our repertoire gets little, and then the only piece that you can tour
Is what you heard, the people, yeah.
because this is just becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, the repertoire.
I have the same problem when I teach at Colbert in Los Angeles, where I'm in residence. The same thing. Sometimes I tell them about, I don't know, Richter, or they say, who? I said, come on. I mean, sometimes even Rubinstein, some they don't even know. And I said, but it's all this. Instead of being all day on your Instagram and
That's-
going, TikTok, whatever, I said, just go to the internet and look for a pianist who will play this piece.
we should create like a real aggressive movement of TikTok and Instagram for classical
music,
You know, you just,
Yeah. Well, there are some. I mean, there are some.
Some rare-
Once in a while, you will have
Yeah.
also a student that is crazy. That
I
knows
was yesterday and like you two,
Yes.
Hachaturian rehearsing a Russian orchestra.
Yeah.
And he says, the 16th notes, they don't come out, and these things don't speak, whatever, And then he stops. And he said, I'd like to say something. When I am talking to you, I might sound angry, but I'm not. I love you very much, and you're wonderful.
I'm just excited.
Just because it is, I want to make sure that it projects and that everybody can hear. So please don't think that I'm screaming at you. I love you very much, but I'm just a loud person.
Ciccolini, my wonderful mentor and teacher, always told me when I was at the conservatory with him, he said, try to learn everything you can before 25, he said. And he said, doesn't matter if you play them perfectly, just learn them, play them, memorize them, just play, go through them, as much music, all Beethoven, all Mozart, all Bach, everything you can. He said, because after 25, it becomes more and
not
more.
the same.
Every day it becomes more difficult.
And the same, I noticed it.
And then we don't have time. We're busy too. And so I noticed that for me now to take on I take on new concerto in the same, like create a new composer that wrote a piece.
Yeah.
That's one different thing.
It's a different thing.
It's different, right?
If you take a standard,
Yeah.
major piece, and
Then I cannot say it can be very nervous. So I'll tell you some of the real problems in my repertoire is like Schumann. I've never played the Schumann concerto. I played lots of Schumann music, but the piano concerto, I don't know how it happened that I never played it. I almost played it a few times. I didn't, then I didn't learn it. Never played it. Brahms concertos, both Brahms concerto. That's something I would like to learn. Maybe start with the second, I don't know, but I just look at them often. But I look at them on my piano and I'm thinking, I feel like I have a mountain in front of me, and I like, do I have the strength and the sport? No motivation. I have some, but it's just it's a real big step. And then, as you said, we used to have this occasion where I did that a lot, learn a new concerto and do it the first time in a little place somewhere. But we just don't have so much of that. You're gonna get in trouble with Birmingham. But now it's like, how do you do if you have a week with Cleveland Orchestra and that's where you play the first time, like a big concerto? You freak out. It just makes you very nervous, and so
Sure.
So I think you need to find like a student, maybe like school orchestras, and just play through. But that's what I do.
Yeah.
Go to places where you can play.
It's good. This is one of the problems that I have as well, and I can relate because there is no place you can hide right now,
No.
and there is. And I used to go to Estonia to do things for the first.
Try out there.
Now it's almost impossible to go there because they expect something so wonderful, and
Yes.
do something for the first time, and I want to give the best I can, and
You feel the pressure.
that seems to be just not really fair. When I think of you, I often think about somebody who I knows how to combine a good life with great music making. But you know, cars, nice life, and
Well,
food.
I'm a very lucky, I think, person because I was born with a positive and happy vibe. Or, you know, how some people say this glass is half empty or it's half full. For me, it's always half full. It always has been. I mean, I was lucky because I had a wonderful family, everything went well. So I was blessed really from the beginning. But I think it's how you are. I don't think you can change. Some people are just dark, are just always in the...
Yeah.
I always see the sunshine. And even with people, when people tell me, oh, I don't like that person, and I'm always trying to find a good, to say that it's got to be something good about that person.
Yeah.
However bad that person is, there's got to be something good. Let's look for that. People don't...
How many cars do you have?
I only have one car at one place in it at one time.
It sounds almost like a relationship thing, you know?
Yes,
One
exactly. It's a one-on-one.
true to it.
It's a one-on-one relationship. Until I change, and I'm very faithful as long as I have it, and then I change to the next one.
Now,
I have a McLaren in Los Angeles. Yeah,
you're modest in your choice. No, nothing too fancy.
right. I love car. I mean, I think we work hard, and I think some people everybody has their hobbies, whatever it is. But for me, cars, since I'm virtually 3 years old, I remember already discovering and looking. I could be in the street, or I could see a car at age 4 or 5. I would say Ferrari, Lamborghini.
Yeah.
I knew the sound. I knew the car. I knew them all the models. I was just crazy about them, and I couldn't wait. In those days in France, you had to be 18 to drive, but I could not wait. I actually bought my car before I was 18. It was in the garage waiting. I bought it with one of my first fees. I remember I played in Lyon with the orchestra, and it was a special concert. I got like 7,500 francs or something extravagant.
Yes.
And I put that money at my bank, and I told my banker, and I said, and I think even I had to make a little mortgage, not a mortgage, a little, what do you call, when you borrow some money from the bank to make it what I needed. And I bought my car, and it was in the garage waiting until I had my driver license.
That's a great story. Thank you, Johnny, for being here. It is a wonderful conversation.
Great pleasure.
This is Tram for Two. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.